How's it going, everybody? Meister Patrick here, joined today again by Melmouse Melissa.
Heyo!
And welcome back to more Alice Madness Returns for the PC.
So after my lemon vinaigrette and my 1,000-calorie burger,
yes.
I felt so nauseous after. I was supposed to wake up at like 6 a.m. to like go to a national park in the morning with my friend, which was like 4 hours away or something.
Look
like
at
it was
us.
far.
We're in national parks.
And so
Did you use your national park pass?
I did.
Hey,
I did.
Is that the only time you've ever used? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Can we talk about the fact that there's dead fish hanging from the ceiling?
Dead fish. Dead fish.
It's fish heads.
Holy dead
Fish heads. Fish heads. Fish heads.
Eat
them up. Eat them up. Yum.
Yeah, so listen to that song. It's terrible and great at the same time.
So they did say something though. Carpenter said something like you won't get what's going on underneath.
I almost threw
bottom
up.
barrel.
That was the point, and then I didn't go to bed till 3 a.m., so I didn't go till later.
I see.
That was the end of my story. Sorry. I just feel like it was all the story forever. So what did you talking about with the Carpenter?
This whole area is kind of the. So at one point he says something like the what you don't get what's going on beneath Barrelbottom or something like that. And this is what's going on beneath Barrelbottom is he's murdering the fish.
Oh.
So the mayor of the town is that guy there on the left with the saw through his head.
Right there, right in front of us. That's
So,
the mayor.
Yeah.
That's him.
Let's see what the guy's.
Every picture tells a story. Sometimes we don't like the ending. Sometimes we don't understand it.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, you can't see there the M for mayor.
Yeah.
Trying to see his sash.
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for. It's like trying to see. But yeah, that's the mayor. The Carpenter killed the mayor and took over the city and has been murdering its inhabitants.
Does he? I think the walrus eats him or something, right? I don't know.
Clearly they're not eaten as they're here.
That's true. Yeah, so they're just being murdered.
Piles of corpses, and that one has had his front side stitched open, so you can see his innards. Yeah, it is very not cool in here.
Yeah, as the cool kids say, not cool.
Oh, that one's like sucking on a steak stick.
Yeah, these are actually very
log.
graphic.
Yeah, this whole area is kind of graphic.
I don't even remember looking at this area so in depth like this.
I don't either.
Like we like really are just looking at all of it.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah, we're really getting in there.
Yeah, we're not.
I don't think I ever realized how bad that all looked.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty intense. And
this we're saying is I can't believe there's nothing there. Like, why in the world?
Yeah, we're like, there's this whole.
Like you have to this
area.
thing back and left, and there's nothing here. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but yeah.
You're kind of strange.
Oh well, you didn't have to.
There's this area up here, and this is nothing as well.
Yeah, it just leads to nothing.
Okay, it's a lot of
nothing. Yeah, this whole area is kind of strange.
Directions here. It's an invisible wall, like a really big invisible wall for no reason. Like, okay, well. Anyway, I think we probably look up at this point.
Like, are we missing anything?
Yeah, so missing the one bottle, but whatever. We move forward anyway. Clearly.
We continue along.
Yeah, nothing there. I'm gonna try anyway, though, won't I? Wow. Nothing.
I think we're like doing our last sweeps of like, no regrets.
Right.
No regrets.
Hey, all
it's
the
all
people.
of our friends.
Wow, it's our friends.
We're gonna go show up at this party we weren't invited to.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh. No!
Okay, we're gonna. Oh, I'm changing the dress back. So be right back. Okay.
Awesome, we're back.
So.
We changed dresses.
We changed dresses to the default dress.
So that way, when we like switch stuff, we automatically go to story mode instead of caterpillar.
Yes. Yeah, because we're gonna have cutscenes and stuff coming up here.
I love the colors here. Like I love
the pinks
like
and blues
the
and
pinks
stuff
and
like
blues
that.
and the way that it like changes like the vibrancy of the peoples, and they're all waiting to be special guests to their show.
Yeah. We got the singer, and then I think we look around here for a second because we were like, oh, thing's about to start, and then they're just
trying to get our popcorn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Actually, one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This one is seems kind of fun. Ooh, look at them. Look at those kick legs.
Bizarre shit.
Yeah, he's like, wait, how'd you get here?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's quite enough of that, I think. Enough preliminaries. Here's the performance you've been waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Proves I'm without prejudice and have a fine sense of humor.
Oh. Yeah.
Sword and crown are worthless here. I invite everyone to dance. Labourers, lawyers, shirt and gown all make their little fronts.
Hey.
This life is full of random deaths and heaps of grief and shame. So few are soothed by accident, you want someone to blame. Fire, plague and strange disease, drowned, murdered or, if you please, a long fall down the basement stairs. None are expected, no one cares.
Wow.
I often must work very hard, sweat running down my skin. After the dance, I then must rest, and the eating can
Oh yeah, it must have been so hard for you.
Time to eat. Death is the ultimate equalizer. All have the right to be.
See, that's why I'm confused. Why doesn't he eat, like,
Then I protest.
the other?
Push. All will be served.
So to speak. Yeah. I don't know.
Feasting while Wonderland is destroyed.
So, yeah.
I'm not the enemy you seek, Alice.
Here we go.
I tried to hide this bit of Wonderland from that beast. Appeasement's never clean. We must all play our assigned roles. Are you a pawn or a queen? An idiot or a practiced fool? However this turns out, consider the prospect that you've been misled, Alice. Then ask, by whom?
No! Who set that bloody train in motion? Where has it come from?
It arrived when you arrived, and it's more horrible even than you could currently imagine. The death of a dream caterpillar may know how.
So there you go. Now we're given our next clue. So basically, Carpenter says, look, it's not that I'm actually don't have anything to do with the train at all. The reason why I didn't want you coming to my show is because the train follows you. And so he tried to keep her away so to keep the train away.
What? The blood in my mouth tastes like bile.
How do you know it's blood?
Where's the brute that hit me, Nanny? Nasty prat's out cold. Not dead, and more's the pity.
Yeah.
What did he want?
I'm sorry,
What they
they're
all
so
want.
big.
Money he didn't earn. What were you thinking, butting into that mess? You could have been killed.
So-
Nanny, my mind's in pieces. I still have terrible visions, and I need to know
Why are you
about
so
the
poopy?
fire. Same as always. You need to move on, Alice. So do I. At least she's not spewing that asylum nonsense.
Oh.
My past is dead. I killed them. I should have saved them. I should
Blah, blah, blah.
Some nonsense. Who knows? Who knows what that's about?
Radcliffe thought familiar faces would bring her round. After a year, he lost interest in her inheritance. Greedy sod.
Yeah.
Still, always asking his bizarre questions. Heavy dose of madness, I'd
I'd
say,
say
but
so.
honesty's never the best policy in this life. When she wasn't comatose, she gaped, eyes like pinwheels, drooled, and occasionally squeaked.
She wasn't
Never
drooling
uttered
there.
a sensible sound.
He
And like
thinks
the
he's
child she was, she kept the
Yeah, I
secret
guess so.
close.
So, well, I'll get into it after the cutscene here. But,
We'll talk about what the Carpenter said. He had some good points.
yeah, well,
He was talking about something else is
Gone off some
misleading.
lurkers, common as cockroaches. And those poor tykes are food for perverts.
Oh.
Like the blameless ants that wasps consume or spiders' feeble prey.
that's foreshadowing for the upcoming level.
You visited my room at Rutledge. What were you... Recall that? Radcliffe paid me for a bit. A woman alone sometimes does what she doesn't particularly feel like doing. As you know.
Oh boy.
Nurse Whitler said you'd fallen on hard times. I'm no drunk like her. I'm hurting no one. Hooking's not a bad life.
Isn't it though?
Except for the pimps. She also said you might have my rabbit. Please, Nanny, talk about the damn fire. Never seems to help. Look, Alice, I can't give you what I don't have. Radcliffe wrote the inquest report. I'll take you to him. Besides, he's got your damn rabbit. You should remember that. All right, but Mr. Radcliffe's useless. Don't I know it?
Don't. Yes. Okay, so yeah, plenty to talk about there. For one thing I remembered that. What are we doing?
I think we're talking about it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
No, we're not.
Okay, and
Or
we're quitting now.
leaving.
We will be right back. Hey, so this is after the re-recording of that one section. So we are up to date with all the upgrades and all that. So there you go. Fun times.
Oh, there's Danny.
Yeah, she's talking to another
There's-
working woman.
There's her boobies.
You have a problem.
Wait, her teeth don't go in her mouth.
Yeah, she has a heavy overbite.
There's Nanny. Why does she look like that?
I don't know. Again, I think everyone's just kind of like a, oh, interesting. This guy actually looks normal. See, it's more interesting when you see the normal looking people, because most people here look crazy. Like,
he looks like painting.
yeah, I don't know. So that's the thing. I think it's just how Alice sees them more so than it is what they actually look like. Because they're all kind of caricatures of like what you can imagine the reality. See, she also looks kind of normal. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, that waist, though.
Yeah, exactly, right? I think it's just like, I think it's all like caricaturized.
Caricaturized.
Yeah. But it is interesting. For sure. What is that on the tables? That's supposed to be meat?
Looks like he's slapping some ass.
He's, come on over here so I can give you the, that's cheese for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
She looks like a gremlin.
They all look like gremlins. What are you talking about? So, yeah, I'm curious to see, oh yeah, we're going to see,
Yeah, I've been scouting around. Nothing at a minute. Place is crawling with rozzers since them bleeding murders.
Whose work was that?
You want to know that sort of thing? You got to know where to listen.
Bit shy today, ain't ya?
I ain't you dicky bird. Do your own fagging legwork.
Okay.
that voice did not match that character model at all. I think there's like only like 2 or 3 voice actors for the like random citizens. Oh, is this a funeral? Oh, wow, okay. Wow, those guys look imposing. No, I don't think so. We're going to see, what is his name?
There's no one in there. Look.
Oh, weird, yeah. There must be the services going on inside, and because yeah, these people are smiling.
Ugh.
That's creepy.
Hey, I don't think we've seen that guy before.
No, he looks new.
All the other ones we've like seen.
Well, these guys are new too. They look like menacing. That's cool. Like I wish that was like an enemy type in like a game. That looks cool. Could you pause it for me real quick? Go to memories. Yeah, click on memories.
Okay.
Then scroll down to the pen, the very bottom. And click A. Radcliffe. I think we're going to go see Radcliffe. So that's all I was trying to remember.
Lol.
I could not remember his name. So yeah, I believe that's the current objective, is to go find Radcliffe. I don't know why, yeah. So yeah, it looks like we're in the nice part of town, maybe, where people look more proper. And less jank. Well, yeah, that lady looks,
Considering the nature of the goods on offer, it seems more than generous.
You do know the way to a girl's heart, don't you? And unless you open your purse a little wider, that's all you're gonna get.
Well, I'm sure we can work something out. You might get more if you stop talking.
Consider my lips sealed.
Oh, no, dear.
I think that's Radcliffe's voice actor.
Wait, I think he just said something creepy. Like she's like, I consider my lips sealed, and he said, oh no, lady, keep that mouth open or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure I can play it over, but
yeah.
Was that Radcliffe's voice actor? That was weird.
Maybe.
It sounded, I think.
Oh well.
You hit a cutscene trigger.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that outfit because she has the like striped shirt. I really.
Yeah, there we are, Radcliffe.
Oh no, she doesn't have the stockings. She just has black stockings. I like the striped shirt then.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad shirt. I'd wear it. Maybe not like the whole apron get up and everything, but the shirt's pretty cool.
I wonder why she wears the apron. There's probably a reason.
Yes? Who is it?
Alice Liddle, Mr. Radcliffe.
Ah, you're back. I suppose you better come up. Mind the latch.
Oh, you better come up.
I'll show you a come up. Yeah, her hair's shorter in reality than in Wonderland.
Yeah.
That's interesting too. Huh. Oh, he's the one who's into Oriental art, basically. Because the next location, I probably shouldn't spoil the name. Do they say the name of it? They do, right at the beginning. Yeah, we'll see it. But yeah, as you can see, he has much
art
from mostly like China, I think is the idea, because this game again was made in China.
The ancient scroll is parchment, and the characters are drawn in Indian ink, which Radcliffe claims the Chinese invented eons ago by mixing soot, lamp oil, gelatin of donkey skin, and musk. He does know some remarkable things.
Yeah, so he's kind of into China, I think is the idea. Mostly, again, this game was made in China, so it makes sense that there'd be a Chinese level design.
Like, this is about us.
Yeah.
Is he in there?
He might be. I'd look around. Oh, that's the thing. He's either. Oh yeah.
Radcliffe, who can make even fascinating subjects boring, says the curved blade is a 16th century Mei-to katana, and the shorter sword is called wakitsashi. both used by Japanese samurai.
Oh, interesting. So he kind of is into Japanese stuff as well, I guess. Yeah, I think you have. It's a rough pronunciation. So that might also be the way, though. So don't go too far that way either.
Zundi?
I think it's
Zondi?
Sunday.
Zonde porcelain, Mr. Radcliffe says, is the Ming Dynasty's finest. Beautiful shapes, best colors, and most prized decorations.
Or it could be like Chunde. I don't know. I think it's like. Anyway, not important. Don't go through that door because that's definitely the way.
Yeah, he's in there. Okay, so let's see what downstairs was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because at this time travel was probably difficult. So having someone this interested in Eastern art is I feel like kind of an eccentricity of his. Kind of shows his
what a big word you have.
Money, I think.
Money.
Yeah, he's kind of wealthy.
Got some money.
If he can collect this much like foreign.
This many foreign things.
Yeah, art and such like that. It's interesting there was nothing in there. Like
yeah, I know. That's kind of why I went in there. I wanted to.
But before you walk into the room, there might be something straight across the hall. Like as you get towards him. Like don't turn right. I think there's something there. Yeah. Is that nothing as well? All right, cool.
But
yeah,
it looks cool.
It does.
So,
Yeah, I like all the. This is gonna be cool. I actually do like the art design of this upcoming chapter. So
yes.
Pretty excited. Oh, lotuses. Do you see his wallpaper or lotuses?
Up here?
If you back out a little, right there on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're little lotuses. On the right, it's I think a bit more obvious. Yeah, they're like wider. I don't know why, but yeah.
Let's go in here.
Oh, that's great. I can just toss in a little extra if there's anything you want to say though. Just a little bonus.
There's some stuff about the Carpenter.
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to mention real quick was that Alice Asylum, which is the third game in the Alice series, is currently in pre-production, which means that the game is not being worked on in any sense other than the fact that the narrative is being developed, and so are some maybe basic. I don't even think they're on to the like basic gameplay mechanics yet. They're still working on narrative last time I checked. And one of the things that mentioned was originally going to be a prequel to American McGee's Alice, but when they were talking about it, I watched they had a whole podcast thing where they were talking about the narrative choices, and it seemed to me like it is no longer going to be a prequel. It seems like it's going to take place immediately after Madness Returns, but the main character won't be the primary Alice. It's going to be this other character, which is a young Alice, so it's going to be weird, yeah. But the main villain is going to be, I don't know if I should spoil this. Spoilers for Asylum. Who knows if this will even happen, but it's currently what they're talking about. The villain's going to be Radcliffe, who we're going to meet here in the next upcoming chapter. So the only reason I want to bring that up is just when you meet him, keep in mind that he might be the primary villain of the next game.
Yeah.
Potentially. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't think anyone does. They're just kind of talking about it right now. So with that out of the way, we also want to talk about everything that happened in that cutscene because I don't know if we address it.
I don't think we do.
Yeah. So
so with the Carpenter, he mentions you shouldn't be looking at me for who's destroying Wonderland. Look somewhere else.
Right.
It seems like the destruction of something else is causing the destruction of the train.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think this is even the first time, I've completed the game multiple times. I know the ending, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But even without all that, I don't think there's much of a spoiler to say that it sounds like he's alluding to the fact that destroying her memories is what the train is doing. So the fact that, she keeps trying to forget, right? That's what this guy is trying to make her do.
Well, that feels like we're getting a little spoilery in there, but
well, no, this just seems like what he's alluding to, completely.
He didn't say memory. Yeah, he just said that. The destruction of the train.
Something else is what is.
Right.
And the only thing that she's been doing is destroying memories. That's all she's been doing in real life. That's the only reason I'm bringing this up is I'm making this connection IRL, real life time. This isn't something I'm thinking about in post, knowing the ending. This is literally something that I think if I just actually paid attention, I would have noticed.
Gotcha.
Is that,
I mean, it's one of those things where it's of course alluding to it, but I think it's supposed to be up to you to be like, oh, what could he possibly be like?
No, 100%. And this is again, just, I'm trying to, be as unbiased as possible here.
Right.
Talking about real life time, this is what Melissa would have been thinking is is he alluding to the fact that maybe destroying memories is what this train is doing? As she's destroying memories, this train's destroying her life? Because maybe all of these are part of her memories.
Right.
What if
so the train's,
that's what this is?
So the thing is, the train's actual presence in Wonderland is a destructive feature of it. It will cause ruination to the surrounding area, which is, again, Wonderland itself is her psyche. So the train's progress through her psyche is causing the ruination of her own mind, which is being seen in the ruin showing up beforehand, who we fight common. And so what the Carpenter is saying is that the train is a destructive force, and its destruction is caused by something outside of his control, whatever. And so he says, don't look to us, whatever, look outside. And so you're, like Melissa said, you're looking for, okay, what's a destructive force in Alice's life that could be causing this destruction within her own psyche? And that's kind of what we're trying to find moving forward, as far as like in the real world.
Yeah, also just a little bit,
Big ol' air quotes around real world. I mean, not Wonderland.
Real quick, just like little side note here. The guy, the carpenter with the big old nose.
Yeah?
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, he looks exactly like,
Cyrano de Bergerac?
That guy, yeah. I don't know if we mentioned that yet, since we're doing a dub over.
Not in the dub, no.
Yeah, so, yeah.
You got that Cyrano vibes with this big old
Yes, 100%.
Big old honker?
If you don't know what that is, look it up, because we're not going to tell the whole story. But yeah, and I learned about that actually the first time we played this together. He had to look it up and find his name and tell me the whole story.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Cyrano was, yeah. But anyway, yes. So yeah, I don't know what the deal was with, it seemed like basically the corrupting influence of the train. Yeah, so what happened there, because we will not bring it up, was so the Carpenter was saying that basically he was not causing the destruction of Wonderland. He doesn't know who's causing it, but he knows that the train follows Alice wherever she goes. And so the reason why he was trying to keep her away from the performance is because he was trying to protect these people.
Well,
but we saw, yeah, exactly. But we saw, right, exactly. So we saw that underneath Barrelbottom, clearly the ruination of the train had already, its corrupting influence had already reached Barrelbottom. He just didn't realize that, the complete destruction had not yet been realized, but the corrupting influence had already been there in the fact that they killed so many citizens.
And that's what I'm confused about. Is why didn't the Walrus just eat them? Because they even mentioned in the cutscene, oh yeah, Walrus can eat you guys too. Line up for the Walrus to eat you guys. Then why didn't the Walrus just eat the guys under Barrelbottom? Why'd you just kill them?
Yeah, it seemed like the Walrus was exclusively eating the oysters, even though the Walrus's claim was that everyone has a right to be eaten.
Yeah. So maybe he just has a preference. I don't know.
He seems to definitely prefer the oysters though, because we didn't see him eat a single fish, even in the paper cutscene, whatever, the TV cutscene.
Yeah.
It was exclusively oysters that were being killed. So it was a very long soliloquy from the Walrus about death and whatever, but I don't think any of that had any particular significance, not that I picked up on. It's just a matter of very poetic, whatever. It's just kind of, death is the great equalizer.
Do you have anything to say about the big Yeti girl? I
So
thought it was funny how she was like, oh no, I ain't no drunk, I just a prostitute.
I may be a hooah, but I ain't no alcoholic.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was so funny. The way that we think about morals and stuff, and what's right and wrong, and how everybody has a different perspective and stuff. And it's just funny how she's like, nah, man, I just whore. I'm not a drunk. Come on, I'm not the worst of society.
Whoa there.
Come on now. It's just funny.
So I think something we're confused about the nanny's position earlier. So I just want to also get that out of the way because I don't think we'll see her again. So the nanny was the Little's nanny before the fire. She would, whatever.
Before she was a prostitute.
Yes, so she was just a regular nanny. Her name is actually, Nan. That's her real name is Nan.
Huh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, she was born to be nanny.
Yeah, total coincidence that she's a nanny, but.
Total coincidence.
Yeah, but, so she was the nanny for all the Littles. She was for Alice and her older sister. But when the fire happened, like they said, the lawyer kept paying her for a little while to be the nanny, but when it was clear that Alice wasn't going to come out of the coma, he fired her, basically, and then she was out of work and she had to find something new to do, and so she...
She's like, I got big Yetis, why not?
Yeah, exactly. She found a new line of work and became her own pimp, basically, it seems like. But then this other guy, Jack Splatter, showed up, and he wanted some cut of her money, even though he had nothing to do with it.
As people do.
As people do. So that's what's going on with her. Basically, she's fallen on hard times and has had to resort to prostitution because of her lack of employment with the Littles. And so she's not a big fan of Radcliffe, as Radcliffe cut off her pay. But to be fair, she should have nannied for someone else, right?
Nah,
what are you gonna
she
do
got
at that
big
point?
Yetis.
Yeah, I guess so. So now we're gonna go see Redcliffe, and we're going to see the new world after that, and it's gonna be fun. Oh, also the rabbit, I guess I totally forgot about the rabbit every time I play this game, but it seems like it might have some significance in Asylum, maybe. So,
Yeah, she does allude a lot to the story when she talks about like the little kids, right? Doesn't she like say a lot there?
She did mention that the little kids are food for perverts or something like that.
Yeah, so that's
it's like, okay, wow.
Yeah, she's just laying it out. So, if you want to pay attention to that cutscene, there's actually a lot that is being said that we're not going to touch on because you need to...
Yeah, every cutscene adds more. So, definitely the deeper we get into this game, the more they're going to be kind of on the nose with what's going on. But, there's definitely stuff like this is all important to the grander scheme of what is happening.
Yeah, so don't feel bad if you need to replay those cutscenes a couple times and just really listen to them, because that's something I didn't do, and so by the time we got to the end, Patrick was like, you get it now? You get it? I was like, no, wait, what do you mean? What's happening? Completely oblivious even to the very end, but rewatching it, I don't know, like 6 times now or so, I'm like, oh yeah, they do say words. Wow. So I mean, if I were you, I'd rewatch them.
Apparently, a lot of people who really enjoy this game found it through like their own personal traumas, because this game is about confronting trauma and getting over it. Or not so much getting over it, but just confronting it and understanding that it's a part of you. Yeah. So a lot of people sort of can vibe with that idea of like they've had a past trauma, and just the empowerment that Alice has in being able to fight back basically against that trauma is means a lot to some people who were interested in this game. So these cutscenes do have a lot of this this nice little back and forth between to one degree they're pushing forward the story, but then the other half of it is just kind of this idea of handling trauma in different ways. So the mock turtle he got fired from his job and he had to find out what to do next and stuff like that. It's just each different one kind of has their own form of trauma. It's
very real. I feel like a lot of these people's issues are actually real life issues being personified through these animals and in her mind.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter lost his friends who betrayed him, but he still couldn't give up on them, just because it was their only friends he had and stuff like that. So it's, it's a lot of things like that. The cutscenes are really deep and really dense. I was not so much deep, but very dense for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could write all kinds of philosophical, psychological things about this. I think that's also why I like it so much, being a psychology bachelor degree holder.
Oh
no! But there's definitely a lot to unpack here. So if you just go ahead and rewatch a million times and give us all of the views, subscribe, comment down below, whatever. All the
important stuff.
Just tell us how mean Patrick is and how great I am.
I'm not doing anything mean. You're the mean one.
He's so mean. But yeah. So
this has been going on probably too long. This will probably be its own episode of us recounting this one cutscene.
The Patrick and Melissa podcast.
Yeah, podcast.
Podcast. Oh, mine doesn't do that. Just whispered off to the side because I don't have
I can't. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah. So, go ahead and subscribe.
Okay, all right. That's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Love ya.
Zoink out. Oh, that's cute. You give him a little kiss. You
I'm
give him a little cheeky with it.
A little cheeky
Stop
with
that.
it?
Stop it.
I don't even like that a little bit.